Exterminate!
Hey everybody, welcome. I hope everyone's having a great day. Great week, by the way. Today, we're going to talk about PVE, Extermination Mode. And I got a request. And the question was, can you talk about PVE mode and modules and weapons and stuff like that? So I am going to do the best I can. It's not quite, I feel like a perfect example, considering my hangar is probably quite a bit more leveled than most of yours. But I'll try to explain some options as we go through it, okay? So this is my main hangar, and actually it does play a role, but it doesn't play the majority of the role. Actually, my secondary hangar with the Seraph. The Seraph is a big contributor, and I think probably the most, how can we call it, the easiest robot. I don't know if easiest is the right way, but one of the most effective robots to use in this game mode. And, you know, basically you need to have good firepower, you need to have some good mobility, and you need to have a little bit of tankiness. And so the Seraph kind of satisfies all three of those. It's not perfect, obviously, especially since they nerfed it, but it's still really good. And I really like the lasers. Here are the modules, and you can see here I'm using two level 1 nuclear amplifiers. Of course, this is a Mark III Seraph, so maybe that makes a difference for you. If you have, you know, level 6 modules, that's great. And I have a last stand in here. And the reason why I have two nuclear amplifiers is to get that damage. PVE mode, in my opinion, is about getting the damage as fast as you can. So you need to get the kills as fast as you can, and you need to finish the level as fast as you can. And you need to be able to charge up your mothership. If you don't have a nuclear amplifier or last stand like I have there, I think some good options, you know, these might be good options too. Repair amplifiers, but I don't think they're necessary. Overdrive might be good. And balance unit might be good. That gives you some extra durability and some extra damage. And I happen to be using the paralysis on here. It's nice because it locks everybody down. And when you use the Seraph's ability, it locks a big bunch of people down. So it's very handy. Let's talk about the rest of the hangar. I'll be running this. And it doesn't really matter the modules. This is just for that level that requires you to drop more than one bot. I am running the Armadillo on here. And I'm running the Typhon with the lasers. The lasers are they're just so easy to use in this game mode. Here is its modules. So you can see they're not the best modules, they're not highly leveled up or anything, but like I said, it's going to play a role, but it's not the main role. The Seraph does the majority of the work. And I've got the Kestrel drone on here. The other piece of this puzzle that is going to be doing a lot of work is the Luchador, because there's a level with the Titan in it, and you need to do a certain amount of damage, and within a certain amount of time to get a certain amount of kills. So I'm using Cinders because of the area effect. I can kill multiple enemies at one time. And I'm running the Veron because there are a few very tanky spider bots in one of the levels where it comes in handy. Module wise, you need the repair amplifiers if you have them. They really help. I'm not quite sure if like plated armor and Titan anti-control, those other options, self-repair, self-fix, whatever it's called, I'm not sure those are enough. And then for damage, I'm using the most basic antimatter reactor. I guess this is one step up from what it comes with, right? It comes with the single reactor. So this is one step up from that. It's a blue, a tier 2, but it does the most damage, 20%, versus, what do we got here on the, this is 15%. You see that? So this might work in the last stage. There is the Bastion in the last final stage. So maybe this will help in that regard. I'm not sure the Bastion's considered a Titan or not. But these actually do the most damage. And so this goes back to my saying that you need to be able to deliver the damage quickly. So this is how we're going to do it. I am going to use the Ocho in the first hangar just to get through some of the more tedious sections, and I'll talk about that as we go. Mothership wise, I am going to use the mute just because, I don't know, I just wanted to see if it would work. It worked just fine, but I probably would recommend everyone to use, I think the Mantis is probably a good option with the shield. Orion might be a good option, I'm not 100% sure, but definitely Northlight. Definitely Paladin for sure. And Roulette and Keel will probably also work well. But really, Paladin, Northlight, and Mantis, I think with their shield and their healing, are probably the most beneficial. And I'm also going to provide a link. There's another YouTuber, he's just getting started. He has a different kind of take on this, and I thought it was a good idea to show a different way of doing this. And he has some lower level gear and things like that, so I thought it might be good for everyone to see another alternative. Okay, let's get into the stages. Okay, we got stage 1, and you guys need to pay attention to the little box over here that tells you how to do it, which also shows up here again on the left. As you probably know, this tells you what you need to do. And we're gonna probably go through, this is gonna, I'm gonna increase the speed on this so you don't have to sit through this whole thing though. But the main idea here is, hit that like and subscribe and the bell please guys. Make sure you get the bell on so you don't miss anything. Yeah, we're gonna speed this up so you don't have to sit through everything. But you're gonna see basically, the lasers, do a good job. Mine are Mark II level 12. So I don't have to do a whole lot of shooting at the beginning. I mean, I kind of sort of almost one-tap these guys. These guys do, those cold missiles do hit a little bit, those cold rockets, as well as the, those little raker guys that have the suppression. And the nice thing about these lasers is that there's that auto aim feature, so it kind of just automatically goes to the next target in a sense. I didn't really talk about the active module. Oh, there we go. That's already done. We're already done. And I did this level during the live stream, so I'm just redoing it for this video. And here are our stats. I'll get back to the active module as soon as we get through all this. All right, so that's now we're gonna move on to level 2, and just make sure you guys are checking the box over there, okay? And this is lose as few bots as possible and finish in 3 minutes. And what I was saying about the modules, the active modules, is you can use any module you want to use because they don't charge you power cells in here. So you can put on unstable conduit, or to be honest, I'd probably recommend unstable conduit and advanced heal maybe. Just because you need that healing sometimes to keep you going. And I like to save my my flight to for one, cool my weapons because I can fire while I'm flying with the built-in weapon. And I like to stay here in the middle as much as possible because it's kind of central, obviously. And once my weapons start getting hot, I use my ability, especially, you know, the other thing is when there are a lot of enemies. We're almost done here. I think that might be it. All right, let's check out the results. So both level 1 and level 2, I used just the Seraph. There we go. Go ahead and collect these guys up. Alright, let's go on to stage 3. So this is where it starts to get a little more challenging. We've got 2 stages now. So you need 2 hangars. So if you don't have 2 hangars, you're not going to be able to do 3, 4, and 5. But make sure you pay attention to what you need to do and prepare your hangar before you start the mode. So here we need to destroy as many robots as possible, 105 if you want to get platinum, and drop 3 robots. So the Seraph is going to do the majority of the work, and then we'll drop in 2 other bots to finish it off. And you got to watch out for this guy in the middle here, not this guy. There's a guy who comes in with the Ansile shield, and he is very tanky, not that guy. And you just need to pay attention, and you need to keep your distance. That's one thing nice about these weapons too, is they've got good damage. There he is, he's in the middle now. See that shield? And this is what's good about the lockdown. I can lock him down and he can't get me. Ideally, you would save your ability, have your weapons ready, in my case, cooled, so that I can do maximum damage. We're up to 83 robots. I'm gonna get ready to change a little bit here, I think. Do another run with the, there we go. So now we're gonna bring in the links. We're pretty much already done, so I'm not too worried about how this performs. We just need to get another robot in here. We've already satisfied our requirement of 3 robots and 105. So now this is just gravy. Just get what we can get. And we're done. Okay, that's stage 1, right? Our kills, our damage. There we go. Now we're going to get into stage 2. And here we need to destroy as many robots as possible, 95, and lose as little durability. So this is where the Ocho comes in. Because this stage is really a lot easier than that first stage, believe it or not. I could use this robot in that stage, but yeah, I don't know why. I just this is the way I do it. So we're just gonna run this guy just because it's easy. I think, guys, you can do this with almost anything. The first level, I think, is actually more challenging. I guess I should say first stage than this second stage. I think all of them, the first stage is more difficult than the second stage, except for maybe the very last one. Actually, the very last one was very easy. So I don't think, yeah, I think the first stage of all the last 3 are more difficult. So I would have your hangar geared up for that. We'll just clean these guys up. And a nice thing about the Ocho is it doesn't really take any damage, and the ability just blows everybody up. You know, people used to use the Angler this way I don't know if the Angler is still a good option. It might be. With its ability, it does a lot of damage to the enemies too, but it doesn't have quite the same speed that it used to have. So it still might be a really good option. But you'll see from Dennis Fox's, he runs the Fafnir. So there are other ways to do it. This isn't the only way. All right, we're all done with that. Okay, now let's check our results. We did both stage 1 and stage 2. Collect our goodies. And then we're going to jump into stage 4. And once again, make sure there's 2 stages, guys. Check your stages before you start. All right, so for stage 1, destroy as many robots as possible, 200, and deal as much damage as possible. So once again, I'm gonna start with the Seraph, because the Seraph is good at killing a lot of robots. It's not necessarily a big damage dealer, I guess because these robots are kind of weak. And this stage is kind of tricky about halfway through. So we're gonna run this until pretty much till about the Titan is ready, the Luchador is ready. And then once the Luchador is ready, we'll drop it in. And I'm gonna let this one go at regular speed, just because it's a little more complicated. Use our ability, get these guys. You know, another good option could be to run anti-control because you do get locked down by these things sometimes. I'm just not sure you want to waste a module slot to that, but it could be something you could experiment with if you're having problems with getting locked down. One thing nice about this PVE mode is it doesn't really affect your status or your standing, your league, or anything like that. And if you don't, if you don't clear it, then you don't clear it. It doesn't have any negative impact other than taking a little bit of time. And once again, see, there's this guy with the Ansile shield again. He's locked, and I didn't kill him quickly this time. And now he's coming. I need to switch targets. That's something I wanted to talk about. So you've got to kill a certain amount of enemies, right? And you also have to get damaged. So you've got to think about where can I get the best bang for my buck. If you focus too much on that guy with the Ansile shield, for example, then those other guys creep up on you and they start to damage you. Additionally, you're not getting many kills because you're just focused on the one guy and he's not dying. So if you can, find some space, separate yourself, and get away from him so that you have some time. These arches, for example, are a good place to hide. He can't hit you behind them. So hide if you need to hide. Get some distance and shoot the little guys. Shoot the little guys if you can. Wait for your ability. Let your weapons cool or reload or whatever you need to do. Okay, so see this guy up on the hill here, on the building? These guys are very deadly. That guy right there, up top there, him. I'm saving my mothership for him. He's got like Tempest weapons or something. He hits really hard. So this is where I saved the Luchador for, and now we just start roasting these guys. The damage collects very quickly with the Luchador. These bigger enemies are worth more. The little guys aren't worth nearly as much, but the big guys, like the guy with those Tempest weapons and the tanky guys, they're worth a lot more points. And for this mode, I would probably suggest the Rook, the Luchador, and maybe the Minos. And maybe nowadays, since the Heimdall got buffed, that might work. I've seen the Sirius, but I still think the best options are the Luchador, the Rook, and maybe the Minos. That's just my opinion. See, this guy right here, these guys are tanky. So killing these guys gives you a lot of points. And this is why I'm using the Varons, because they're good at knocking these heavier, stronger bots out. Some people use like Pantagruel and Gargantua, and those are okay, but I just find they don't do enough damage against these more tankier spider bots. Now I'm trying to make my way to the other guy with the Tempest on the other side. So there's one on each side. That guy right there. Okay, we got rid of him. And these guys are actually relatively tanky too. And they're very annoying. They actually do a lot more damage than you think. So we're going to get rid of them. I'm almost to the 5 point. Oh, I've already passed it. I need 4.5 million. And I have my 200 kills already. So I'm good to go on that. Frog Splash is good for killing people, as well as the Rook's Castle and the Minos Charge. Alright, so we got through that. 217 kills. And I'm not trying to set any records here, guys. This is a more utilitarian method. I'm just trying to get through it and get it done. It takes time out of the day. It takes time out of regular gameplay. So, all right, here we are on the second stage. And as I explained earlier, it's easier than the first stage. So we'll just use the Ocho and get it over with, because that's all I need. I mean, I might have been able to do that previous stage with the Ocho, but since I need 2 robots, I just figured this is a good way to go. And maybe I should accelerate this one, because this one's not so exciting. So we'll do that. Knock these guys out. It's not all that challenging. Sometimes these guys run away from you. That's another reason why it's good to have a bot that has decent speed and good mobility, because you got to chase them down sometimes, or they're far away. Like there'll be those Zenith launchers way in the corner, so you got to get out to the corner and then you got to come back, and it takes time. So it's good to have a little bit of speed. Knock these guys out real quick. And these flames are not the best weapons, but they're just fine for this. Like I said, this is not. Oh, these guys hit pretty hard though. I think they've got like Redeemers or something on them. Man, if you let them hit you, they will kill you. So you gotta be careful on that. Got my ability. I do get locked down from time to time. Just go get your own tissue. We should be getting close to being done. I think we got another 15 bots to kill. I use my Mothership on that guy, lock him down, and blind him. See, that guy's hitting pretty hard, right? You can see my health go down. These guys. It's like a Redeemer Magnum. There we go. All done with that level. Okay, check out the results. Let's collect our booty and move on. All right, we're gonna get into the next stage. Once again, I can't say it enough. Check what you need to do for each stage. All right, this is gonna be at regular speed, and we need to deal as much damage as possible, which is like 9,500,000, and we need to kill 170 bots. So once again, I feel like the Seraph and the Luchador are the key to this stage. The Bastion is in the last stage. I did not know this when I played this. So I'm just, I'm just playing it. I'm just taking it as it comes. This is all new. I haven't watched anybody else's video yet. I did watch Dennis's, but I played this before I watched his video. We're just gonna hit these guys. And my goal is just to get the luchador up and running. So we can hit that guy in the background there. There we go. Get the luchador going, because it's what's gonna do a lot of damage. And usually you're like, you gotta use your motherships a certain amount of times and stuff like that. For some reason, this time it doesn't have that in there. Or in here, I should say. Get that guy in the back. Oh, we got him already. Okay, this little guy here is managing to sneak away from me. And you guys just got to be ready. Ready for when they're coming. I haven't really paid 100% attention where they spawn on these higher levels. 1 through 3 is pretty much the same every time. These higher levels, 4 and 5, they seem to change every once in a while. Actually, 4 is the same as always. It's this 5th one that they change. These guys, we still got a little way to go on the Titan bar. And they are doing some good damage to me, so you can see that I'm not bulletproof. I am getting hit pretty good, and I'm taking some damage. Luckily, this is not a don't lose durability stage. Oh, almost time for that luchador. We're getting close. I don't think it's quite there yet. And the second stage of this is challenging. Once I bring out the luchador, all right, I think we're pretty much, I can't quite tell. I think we're ready. We're just gonna finish off this flight, hit these couple guys here. There we go. All right, let's bring out the luchador. And my thought is I want to go to where there are as many people as possible because of the cinders and the frog splash. Oh, let's get this guy right here in front of me. And this is where those repair amplifiers really help, guys. You eventually have multiple of these spider robots attacking you, and you can't fend them all off. You know, the cinders don't work all the time. The reload's been changed, so or unload, reload. They don't reload as fast as they used to. The clip size is smaller, so you do have moments where you're not really doing much, and they're shooting you. So those repair amplifiers keep you going. Get that guy, knock these guys out. And so you can see like the sheer number of these guys. There's like tons of them now. They're just coming. And these guys are the ones that are worth a lot of points in terms of your damage numbers. And we are already we're up to 8 million already. So you can see how this quickly escalated once we jumped into the luchador. And all these guys started surrounding me, and yeah, so I'm gonna hide a little bit here, kind of take advantage of the building. Got my jump, let's jump a little bit, launch those guys, go back here a little bit. And the thing with the luchador is you kind of always want to go to where you want to start moving to where you want to end up at. And we've already cleared the 9.5 million. I don't remember how many, we need 170 kills. So we've already done that as well. So we're done. If we die here, that's the end of the game. I mean, we've cleared the level. I don't know if that's true. I guess you got to keep going, right? You got to finish out the level. You can't bot out. But I think you guys understand what I mean, that basically we are done. And they're not going to kill me, so. Just gotta wait couple seconds, couple seconds. There we go. All right, so there we go. We've done that. And this, once again, this is the harder of the two stages, believe it or not. Here's our results. So we got 12 million altogether, most of it by the luchador. But the Seraph got the kills, right? So that's the balance. Seraph does a lot of the small bot killing, and then the luchador comes in and gets the damage. And then this level is kind of stupid. I don't know if it's bugged or what, but there's a lot of downtime in this one. So I'll accelerate the video through that section. It's not very difficult, and I don't know if it's just, you know, because I'm using the Ocho or what, but it's not challenging. The last version of this thing, like, you couldn't kill it pretty much. I mean, I guess you could if you had an Indra and you used the lasso on it, but it was very difficult to kill. Had like 1 billion HP or something like this, but you can see here I'm just whittling it down, just shooting flames at it. So it's not a very difficult stage, and maybe they did that on purpose. I don't know, because look, I'm gonna kill him pretty much. He's almost dead. There we go, he's dead. And then the rest of this is pretty boring, so we're gonna accelerate it. I don't know what happened, but there's basically, I mean, that was it. The Bastion comes out, we kill the Bastion, and then there's these couple guys left here. I guess it's more than a couple, a few. And then there's this whole moment of like almost 3 minutes, or I think it's actually from now. There's nothing to do. So I don't know if this is bugged or what. So I'm not sure if you guys make it this far, if you're gonna see the same thing or not. So I sped it up even more here, just to get through this. Maybe I should have sped it up even more than this. But it's like, I don't know if the game is, like I said, I don't know if it's bugged or what, but these things are constantly sitting here. Oh, a guy comes out, but then this is like, it's like 3 or 4 guys. It's nothing. I don't really get it. A Bastion maybe was supposed to be more difficult, supposed to be more challenging. I'm not sure. I don't even know if I should show this. It's like nothing going on. I'm just biding my time, just waiting for this to end. Got 40 seconds basically, and I keep thinking, oh, is anybody gonna come out? Is anybody gonna come out? The little whatever those are, dimension portals, are activated, but nothing comes out. So we'll slow it back down to regular speed just to finish up here. Obviously we got our damage, we got our kills. And that's going to do it, guys. That's it. So if you have any questions or comments, let me know, and I'll do my best to answer. All right? Make sure you check out Dennis Fox. He has a different take. All right, guys. Be good to one another out there in the real world. Bye for now.